This is a review of Yamato's 148 SuperStrike parts. I've begun the review by already removing some of the armor pieces that conceal some of the detail on this toy. I've applied some of the micro missiles that come with the toy. Here's a little detail. They come in 2-in-1 packs. This is a 2-pack. And they just kind of plug into place. They're a pretty tight fit on mine, although I've heard people complain that they are loose on theirs and they pop out fairly easily. From there we would just install these armor shields. Okay, this one could be a little tricky here. As I move the toy around, you're going to see some jostling, and that's going to be the #1 problem with these SuperStrike parts, is there's a little bit of a looseness of fit issue. So here we go. Alright, so there she is with all the parts attached. The arms have a tendency to drop down. The 148 toy in general has a little bit of an issue with the arms drooping. It's alleviated a little bit when the backpack is down and everything kind of tightens up in the back. But in super mode with the backpack up, you lose a little bit of this tightness back here. Weakness #2 is these reflex missiles. They are on very loosely. They are very easily jostled right off the toy. It can be very frustrating. They fit with these 2 little squares into... Oops, yeah, as you can see there, the whole thing will fall off. So, you have these squares fit onto this 2-piece connector here for the double missile set. But they're both extremely loose. And then this attachment that goes into the wing can also be pretty loose. So you have 1, 2, 3 parts that are all loose on one little mechanism. So it's just asking for stuff to fall apart. The backpack pieces, the leg pieces, the arm pieces all stay on there nice and tight though. So it's just the missiles that are going to cause you some frustration. As you can see, everything looks really nice on the toy. You have the gold look of these thrusters. They're articulated. That's pretty much the only articulation there is to speak of. But you know, what else would you really want? In Valkyries mode, you don't have the super parts hindering the articulation of the toy, and that's really what's most important when it comes to super parts. Speaking of Valkyries mode, let's go there and just take a look at the toy in Valkyries mode with some super parts on. So here we have Valkyries mode with the strike armor on. You can bring the cannon down like so. The only other thing to really note in Valkyries mode is that there is a neck support seen here. It kind of pushes into place and helps keep the backpack supported. Always want to be a little gentle with that backpack because it's one of the few things on the 148 toys that has a history of breaking. Usually 148 backpacks break because people don't inset the antenna that's behind the backpack here. So anyways, other than that, you know, you've still got your nozzles, which are slightly articulated. But really, it just looks beefy on the toy in Valkyries, and that's really all there is to it. There you go. Overall, the strike parts are a great addition if you're not going to go with the grenade box protection. It really does add volume and just an imposing look to these 148 VF1 toys. I highly recommend either the super parts or the grenade box parts. I think they are decent purchases for the price, although these days with Yamato no longer making 148 accessories, those prices might be starting to tick up a little bit. Visit anymoon.com for more comparison pictures and line art comparisons, and pictures of the stealth parts, as well as these parts on various VF1 148 toys. Thank you.